Hey, what's going on, guys? This is danmakesgames. We're back today with the very much anticipated, highly sought after WWE SuperCard Fashion Show Ronin Tier Edition. Now, this video is going to be specific to rating and reviewing, etc., each other's Ronin tier cards that were submitted via my Discord. If you haven't seen what this video is before, I'll go through that in just a sec, along with a few other things we need to do before we get into showing off some of the coolest card combos in Ronin tier. So for those that are brand new to this video and you've never seen it before, you have no idea what it is. This is WWE SuperCard meets Fortnite fashion shows in the sense that we combine them together and you guys are the video. This video consists of you guys, the viewers, submissions of your best card combinations. So you get all of your Ronin tier cards, you put on all your best images, and the best one wins 2,600 credits from me from the SuperCard web store. It's a little prize. It's a fun competition. None of it's serious. It's here for laughs, for memes, for dumb shit. That's basically the purpose of this. You guys love the series. I love making it. It's a massive effort to do it. But also, a few things to note before we get into it. First point is that this video is entirely anonymous. I have no idea who has submitted what. I can see it if I go through the Discord, but I'm not doing that. I don't want to scroll through over 100 plus submissions to see who submitted what. It's entirely anonymous. It's random numbers. I will put a screenshot in there for you so you can see exactly what I can see. I have no idea who submitted what. All that's happened is Patty's given me a folder of all the images. We've cropped them down, and I'm putting them in there. There's no names attached to any of it, so there is absolutely zero bias to whoever is in this and whoever wins credits, in case it happens to land on someone that we know. If that just so happens to happen, they had a good combo. There's literally no bias to it. I don't like my friends that much. Second thing, this video is going to be a returning series, so it's going to be a once per tier kind of video. It's going to be towards the end of every new tier, so if you are a top tier player, then you could always enter it. But if you want to enter it, you need to be in our Discord, because that is the only place that we take submissions for it. Thank you again for over 100 different people submitting images. That is freaking crazy. So much so that we couldn't put them all into the video. There is about 39 images in this one that we're going to go through for this video, but the rest are here on a highlight wall. So again, big thank you to everyone who submitted and wanted to be a part of this video. I appreciate you. It's a lot of fun. I'm super excited to do this. As well, with the future, we got some other ideas of how to keep this fresh and keep it like adapting, as well as just being each tier. We got some other surprises. Maybe even I invite across a few other content creators to be a part of this video as well. And if you have any ideas for who you'd like to see do it with us and who I should ask, let me know down in the comments, because maybe we can make some cool content out of it. Maybe we can find some other Simon Cowers of SuperCard to rate your card combo. That being said, if you're going to enjoy the video, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, because we'd love to have you on the journey. We're so close to 2,500 subs, and we'd love to have you on board. Again, if you want to be a part of this in the future, make sure you join the Discord. That is linked down in the description, along with my other socials such as Twitter, and a very important link, aka twitch.tv/danmakesgames, where you can come hang out, watch us play SuperCard on stream every weekend. This will go up on Saturday. I'll be live Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with SuperCard, and during the week with other games like Fall Guys, Fortnite, where you guys can play on stream in community games. It's a lot of fun, so we'll see you there. That being said, let's get into it. Right, so diving on in, we got 30 odd images to go through here. We're going to review it. We're going to see the combination, what we like about it, what we don't like about it. We're going to talk about it a little bit, but these are some of the best ones that I came to, and they're not always like the most phenomenal, the most rare images out there. They are just the best combinations that I think suit Ronin tier in this specific example. So that being said, let's get into it. I've got a bit off screen here that you can't see it, but it's randomly like put together all of the images, which is where I'm going to drag them from. But we'll put them up on the side of the screen here so you can see an enlarged version of the card yourself. But let me know down in the comments which card you submitted, if you did submit a card, and of course, which ones you think should win. First card up, we got Ronin tier Rey Mysterio. This card may not look like a lot at the start, right? But I'm thinking about it. Like, Ronin tier background, you got like the dragon, everything into it, a very stone-like background. It's all green. It very much fits the Rey Mysterio mask. The mask, you know, the eyes, is the focus of like the background of the event cards. It's actually really cool. So I think in terms of it, I think Rey had a really good advantage in terms of being in here. As to what rank he goes in, and these will always move throughout the video, but I think at the start, I want to put Rey, I think I'm going to put Rey at C tier. He's a pretty average card, but he's looking pretty good. I like him a lot. I'm liking him a lot. Second up, we have Roman Reigns with a Cataclysm Halloween image. And you're probably thinking, how did this get here? Because no one really ever uses these. The beast tier behind like the idea of Ronin and like the beast in the background, that sort of stuff to it. it kind of works, and I'm surprised to say that it kind of works. I don't know why it works. That's the worst bit. I don't understand why I like it, but I do, and I might change this later on, and I think I'm going to. But I'm gonna put him in. I want to put him in B tier. He looks a little bit better. It's a rare image. It's an older image now. You can't get Cataclysm cards anymore. They're vaulted. They're gone away. They've been yeeted out of the game. You know, it's good. I like it. It's old school. It's a clean combo. It's pretty good. The outline to it's hit and miss, but that's why we're putting it in B tier. It may fall, it may grow, we'll see as we go. Right, next up we have an event card for Finn Balor. Now this card's looking pretty good. I love the design of Ronin tier cards, the backgrounds. This is why I'm going to really enjoy doing this video. Like the portal side of it, it looks really cool. I think going with the Demon Finn image sort of just works a lot better. And I think the choice for it just looks good. It's a powerful striking image with like a really cool effect behind it. I'm thinking it's got to rank pretty highly. And I think already I'm going to switch how we're going to lay this out. So I'm going to put the Finn in B tier, and I'm going to move Roman down to C tier. And I think on that note, we'll probably put Rey down in D. At the moment, it will still change. So again, stay tuned to the end to see where every card lands. Next up, we have a Money in the Bank edition of Liv Morgan. Now, this card's looking pretty clean. I love the Money in the Bank designs this time around. The cards look really good. The green and gold looks really good. For a choice for Liv Morgan on it, it's pretty good. The background really helps in this one, and you know, special cards will have that effect. They are specially designed. I like it. I generally really like this card. I think it looks really good. For that reason, it's a very colorful card. The background, the glow to it, it fits the design of the card. I'm gonna put it in A tier. It's the first card to go to A tier. It may stay where it is. It may not, but I think generally it's one of the nicer combinations we see out here. It's really good. It's really clean. I'm impressed by it. Next up, we have an old school Halloween card. Normally, these images don't go anywhere for me, and I'm just not a fan of them. But it's surprisingly fits Ronin tier quite well. It's the zombie sort of like warrior sort of vibe to it, like a soldier in battle, that sort of vibe. But it looks really cool, and I think it really suits the Ronin background. I mean, you could agree with me, disagree with me, whatever you want. But generally, I think this looks really good. Image stands out, but yet blends to the background really nicely. It's a good card. It's not the best combo out there, but I'm going to rank it very similarly to the other Halloween image, C tier. Next up, we have another Liv Morgan. These two sort of came through together. There's been a lot of Liv Morgan submissions. I wonder why. But surprisingly, not many of the new special edition card for her. Most of them were the Money in the Bank cards or normal tier cards in here. But what I quite like about this card as well is that it's got the Rumble 22 Valentine image on it, which people were obsessed with when it first came out. And with good reason. It's a really good render for it. It's a really nice choice. I personally really like it. It's hard to define it differently to the first, and I still prefer it to the Finn Balor. I can't say if I like it more or less than the other one, but I think for that same reason, it's going to have to sit at A tier with it. Next up, we have a pretty damn cool combination, if you got to ask me right here. You got an old school championship image, which you'd very rarely see this card combo. You got the red background, the red title belt, the yellow fire in the background, and the yellow glow on the image too. Now something tells me whoever submitted this thought about the colors, the design to it, didn't just want to flex an old image, which you can do, but it doesn't necessarily blend as well to the background. That being said, this card is looking pretty damn good. And without a solid doubt, I think that's a contender for the winner. So for immediate placement, you're going into A tier. You may be considered later on for a potential winner, but we'll see what else we have in the collection. Next up, we're moving to the Miz. We have a normal Ronin tier card, an interesting image choice for it. I thought about putting this one into the final part of this purely because of like the white glow. It makes him stand out quite a lot. Is it as cool as some of the other ones? No, but it is a very cool combo for a normal base tier Ronin card. There's a lot of those in here, but I think this one is really cool. That being said though, I think I'm gonna have to place it down in D tier along with the Rey Mysterio, but it's still a good combination. Made it into the top 40. Right. Next up, we have Alexa Bliss. Event card, so event design with the remastered title belt image on it. We knew this was coming. You're going to see this everywhere in the game. The remastered card in the Superstore for 6,000 super coins, which is super cheap for such a cool card. Not that I'm mad that I spent about 20,000 credits on that and didn't need to. I got an F3 from 18,000 super coins, but it cost me 18,000 credits to get the Pro. I'm still fine about that, by the way. Anyway, that being said, I think this card looks really good. People know I like Alexa Bliss. I've been a fan of like Bowling for Soup. That sort of tie between them really goes for me. Like it's a really sort of, it's a good vibe. So I love this combo. It looks really good, and I'm really struggling where to put it. It's definitely up there. It's in the top half. It's gotta be. I might face a lot of backlash on this, but I'm going to put it in B tier. Like, it's really good. It's a nice combo, but it's going to be very, very common. But for now, it's going to sit in B tier. I can't put it into A tier. I would love to, but I can't put myself to put it into A tier. Right, next up, we have an old school Halloween image of AJ Styles. Now, we've just seen a couple of these. We've done the previous Halloween ones. You're going to think Dan is going to fit straight into C tier because it's a Halloween image similar to the Jinder Mahal card, similar to the Roman Reigns. However, this card with the green background, the glow to it, I think really sort of fits the background. Like a brighter green mist that brings it out of the background, but still fits in entirely with the color scheme of Ronin tier. Especially with the warrior vibe, the fighting vibe to it, you know. It looks really cool. So for that reason, I'm going to rank this actually surprisingly high, but I'm going to put it up in a solid B tier submission. I think that's one of the nicest combinations out there. You definitely don't see that very often, which I think points for that as well. Okay, so next up we have Finn Balor, a really cool combo for it. It's pretty plain and basic, if I'm honest with you, but it works. That's the thing. Some of the combinations can be basic and they just work, and this is one of those card combos. With the Ronin tier background, you'd like to see the beast in the background that you can see in event cards, other similar stuff to that, the warrior vibe, the fighter vibe, which looks really cool. I'm gonna still stick to my gut on that one and say that the demon Finn Balor is the better combination for this. Personally, that's my thought. I don't even use, on my own Finn Balor card, I don't even use a demon Finn Balor card. I use a normal Finn Balor. But that being said though, I'm gonna rank the demon Finn image higher, and this one slots itself down into C tier. I can't wait for the backlash on that one, but it is what it is. Next up, we have a Pete Dunne event card with a SummerSlam 19 Halloween image. We've got a lot of Halloween images. I think a lot of people had the same thought to this, like the ghost, the warrior, that sort of monster vibe to Ronin tier cards, and it really suits. And that's something that we should pick up on in like the Ronin tier fashion show. That being said, though, this card combo is pretty clean, and it's a very, in a way, minimal image. You see it quite commonly, right? With the Halloween image looking like a soldier sort of thing and a skeleton vibe to it, like a warrior, a ghost, that sort of thing, something that's been to war, and the sword background, I think it really works, and I'm gonna rank it up there. Surprisingly, as common as that image is to see around, and I have seen this combination quite a lot, I do actually quite like it. I think it's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's A tier combination just yet, but it's up there. So I'm going to slot that one up in B tier. It's a good card. It's a clean combination. We do love to see it. Next up, we have a Ricochet card. This Ricochet has an extreme image on it, and normally I just say no, I don't like the black and white cards that have like the outline to it. It's not a thing. For some reason, though, Ricochet works, and I don't quite get why, but I love it. The lighting is just right on the card. The background, the glow to it, there's none of that. It's so clean into the card. It looks like it was built for it, like a special edition that stands out in Ronin tier. For that reason, I would say it's got to have a pretty good ranking. And for that, I'm going to rank it as another B tier card, and I'm sitting everything in B tier at the moment, but that card really sits there. With everything in there, I'd say that pushes possibly more towards A tier than a lot of the other cards do in B tier currently. I'm a big fan of that combo. And with that being said, actually, I'm going to do it. I'm going to push it up into A tier. Congrats for the Ricochet combo. I think I may have mentioned before on stream that was a cool combo, and yeah, I really like it. Very high score on that one. That's an awesome combo. Right, next up we have Drew McIntyre. Now, Drew's a normal card, it's cool, but the image choice for it, it's got a sword. And, you know, that definitely fits the Ronin tier event vibe to it. Like, the event cards have swords in them. So using this image with Drew with the sword, I think is a really good idea. Really good combination to it. It looks really good. I'm sure there's better places that image could go for, but for Ronin tier, I think that's the perfect combo. That being said, I'm going to rank it pretty high yet again. And I'm going to say it at the moment, at least a B tier. It's a solid card. It's a fantastic combination. Again, none of these cards are bad because you've all made it to the top 40. And again, thank you for everyone who has submitted so far. Next up, we have another Drew McIntyre, back-to-back, apparently. I don't mind that. I like Drew McIntyre. We have a different card for it. It's a very clean image combination for it. It has a green glow to it, but like the previous AJ Styles we went through, it's got a very clean cut to it. Like, even though there's a glow, it fits, it works with the background. They thought about the color choices for it. They thought about the glow. I think the lighting on it works. It fits to the Ronin tier, but not as well as the sword does. For that reason, I think we're going to have to place this Drew McIntyre, although it's a very, very cool combination. I think we're going to have to place it in C tier. It's looking pretty good, though. Next up, we have another Liv Morgan, and these cards have been doing pretty well. They look good, they look clean. This card's got great lighting to it. There's no background, no outer glow. It's a great choice of render. I believe it's the rtwm spring image on it, and hey, it works. When things work, they work, and this definitely works. So to me, it's a really nice combo, and I'm going to do something that might be a little controversial here, but I'm going to put it up in A tier. And I know we got 3 Liv Morgans up there, but I'm going to move it down for one reason. It's a really nice image. It's a really nice render, but I'm going to move the Liv with the Rumble 22 on it. It's got like the cry appeal to it, but the fireworks in the background. It looks really good. But in terms of fitting the vibe or fitting the feel to the tier, I don't think it ranks quite as highly as the other ones do, and I've probably pissed off everybody, including Patty, the editor, right there for this. But Liv, you for now have been demoted. For now, you've been demoted. Next up, we have a Clash of Champions Finn Balor yet again. But this one's a little bit different. It is a Demon Finn Balor, which plays very well to the vibe we were thinking about. This one looks really good, but the fact that you can see it more face on, and it's got a more uniquely unused image, we'll say, at least I don't see it anywhere near as commonly. The way that the Finn Balor card just reaches out, makes the card whole, I think it is an absolutely perfect combination. There is no better image for Finn Balor on a COC card than this, in my opinion. I think it is 10 out of 10 for a Finn Balor. Honest to God, I think it is an incredible combination. Whoever submitted this, huge GGs to you. Let me know if it was you down in the comments. I can check if it's you. That being said, though, it's a solid A tier, and it's a potential for a winner, in my opinion. Next to the Kevin Owens, I think that's a solid card. I really, really like that combo. Huge congrats. Next up, we have a special edition Asuka. We have seen this card a lot. We've seen a lot of Asukas floating around. She was available in Puzzlers. There's a lot of them in the game in circulation. Now, that being said, there's a thing with Asuka. And for me, I've always preferred Asuka with the line across her face rather than the green tears. And I think this image works with it. Using a beast tier image on it looks really good. The lighting on it also fits really well. It's just a clean-cut combo, honestly. You'd think that the image was made to go together at the same time. It could have been a possible combination for it, but the fact that this image came out several years, probably upwards towards 4 or so years before this actual background came out, is just insane. That being said, I'm going to rank it really highly, and it's going up to A tier. And that may change, but it looks good. I'm happy with its placement currently. Next up, we have an Alexa Bliss event card yet again with a Vanguard Spring image on it. This image I remember coming into the game and people went nuts to get it. I think I got it the year after it came out because it took a while for me to get it. It's still a really cool combo. It looks really good. It's a great render, and I feel like I'm gonna betray my own belief system here in Alexa Bliss cards and combos here. As good as the image is, as cool as the background is, I'm not gonna rank it as highly. It is a really nice combo. It looks really good, but it's not A tier. It's not even B tier. I'm gonna put it down in C. Next up, we have the one and only submission that was for a Ronin tier support card, because at the end of the day, we did say it was Ronin tier. It didn't have to be a superstar. It could also be a support card. Now, I personally really like this. It's got like a real cinematic look to it, and the image choice combo works for it really well. You see Dana Brooke in the manager card in the background. You got the light on in front of her, and the light hits the image in just the right way that it looks like it was made for the card. And based on that, I think it's one of the cleanest combinations we've seen, and I imagine we'll see. It is really good. I'd say it's a contender for a very top position for it, and honestly, I think it's one of the cleanest combos we're going to see. But that being said, we're going to drop it up at A tier. I really like that one. I think it's one of the best ones. And again, massive congrats on having the unique idea to try a support image, because you absolutely killed it with that one. It looks incredible. Next up, we have a Roman Reigns, and I'd love to tell you what the image is, but I feel like it came out a couple tiers ago, and it was one of the Romans I didn't get. So I'm going to say it's one of the special edition ones, I think from Rumble 22 tier, around that time. Never got the card. I believe you can get it in mixed bags now, or soon we'll be able to. I think it looks really good. It's a nice card. The lighting works well with the background, but at the same time, it doesn't have the same sort of standout to me as what other cards do. It made the top selection here, but now I'm going to drop it in D tier. It's not as high as the Bliss. It's not as good as the Drew. It's a card on there, but the other cards in C tier, they blend to the background a bit more. They have the combinations of the green outlines to the cards to the green background, and personally, I think it looks really good. So they fit a little bit higher, and I'm going to say that Roman goes down into D tier. Next up, we have a phenomenal image combo right here. An absolutely incredible one. And I'm going to say right off the bat, congrats whoever submitted this, because I love this combination. This is the absolute best one I've seen so far, I think. Or at least very closely tied to first. This combination, I'd say, is near perfect. We've ranked other Halloween ones at C tier, but let me just break this one down for you. You've got the Hell in a Cell Money in the Bank card for it. It's a red cage. It's a broken cage, and it's on fire. The design of it of escaping beast looks phenomenal. It almost tells a story in a way that the cage has been set on fire, the animal is broken free, and I think it's such a good combination. It can tell a story to the card in a way. It just works so well. I can't bring out enough words to that one. Definite strong A tier. I'd say contention for the very top bar. Next up, we have a Seth Rollins. Now, this is very sort of rare image to see. It's not rare, but 10,000 people got it. It's the last man standing image from Forged here. And I remember this card. I think it looks really good. Again, it's a really nice card. Render for it is really nice. In terms of suitability for the background, I wouldn't say it's that high. Like, it's a suit. It doesn't really fit the other part to it, but the combo is still really nice. It's a good image. It's a good render. Like the Roman Reigns, very nice. But that's where you're going to stand with the Roman Reigns down in detail. Next up, we have an Alexa Bliss card. It's a WrestleMania 37 render on it. It's not the rarest image in the world by any means. I'd say pretty much any SuperCard player playing currently has this render choice for it. The background for it looks really good. It blends perfectly to the event card for Ronin tier, and honestly, I think it's one of the nicer combos we've seen. For Alexa Bliss, I'm talking. So, as weird as it is to not put the rarest image higher, I'm going to put this one up there. This one is going to be a solid B tier. Solid B tier, just for the blending with it. The Mania 37 blends so well to the Ronin tier. That's a great combination, great image choice. At this point in the video, I've got one line of images left to go, so there's just over 10 to go. So if you are enjoying the video this far through, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, join the Discord down in the description. Head on over to twitch.tv/danmakesgames. All the promo links, Twitter, and everything else, all down there. Go check them out at your own leisure. Anyways, hope you're enjoying the video. Let's get back into it. Next up, we have another Asuka Special Edition card, and this card is so vibrant. It's such a nice, colorful background, and I think it works really well. It suits Asuka's design, her style a lot, and it is a card made for her. It makes a lot of sense. The color to the image choice, she's got the brighter hair color in this render. She's got a bright colored background. I think the combo looks really good. The mask as well is a nice little added prop to the image. I think it's a good choice. That being said though, I still prefer the other Asuka. Call it weird, call it whatever. I still think the older image of Asuka looks a little bit cleaner, like it sort of blends better in my opinion. It's got the contrast of bright to dark, whereas this one's all very bright. It's not a bad combination by any means, because again, it is in the top set here. It looks really good. I like the combo. For that reason, I'm going to put it down in D tier. And I feel like that's going to cause a few bits of backlash, but hey, it is what it is. Next up, we have another Alexa Bliss card. Cue it, another one. The image we're using is a Gothic Summer. It looks pretty good, and again, it is what it is. It's a really nice render, and it looks good on the card. In terms of what we're looking for, though, in terms of how well it suits the background here, and I think in terms of style choice for it, I think it's good. It's good. It is good. I'm going to make some drastic changes here, and I feel like I'm going to really annoy a few people with it, but I'm going to put that image down in D tier, and I'm also going to move the other Alexa down into D tier with it, and I hate that I just did that to Alexa Bliss, but it is what it is. That being said, I'm going to move the Rey up one. Next up, we have the very first submission of a Butch card, which is surprising. He's been in every deck check we've done on stream since the start of the tier. That being said, though, it's a nice combo for it. I personally think Butch's original image that comes with the card is the best combo, but we did say, you know, don't submit the original card because that's not a combination, won't be counted. So, as for different images, I really like this one personally. It is really good. I don't know where I want to rank it. I want to put it up there. It looks really good. It fits the background. It suits it. I'm going to put it not quite as high as the other card, but in a decent position in C tier. Next up, we have Randy Orton with a really old school Halloween image on it. It's clean. I'm not going to lie. It's one of the cleaner combinations out there. You'd think that some of the older Halloween cards would sort of be forgotten about, but they aren't. This is from 2018, I think. SummerSlam 18 tier. Long time ago now. We're looking at 4 years ago. And I'm just going to put it out there. The Halloween, this image combo, it works. It works so freaking well. That being said, I'm going to skip it straight over D and C tier. We're contributing between B and A tier here. There's a lot of A tier cards currently, but I think there's about to be one more with this Randy Orton. It looks really good. Congrats on that combo. It looks incredible. And I think you'll probably be one of the few people that has it, unless people have been playing for several years. So congrats on that. Next up, we have a Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Now, this card, again, love the combo for it. It's, I believe, the NWO image for it, and it looks really good. Now, the thing is, I like it. I like it a lot. That being said, the card colors blend well. There's nothing vibrant in it, though, so it doesn't sort of pop the same way. But it does fit. It does suit really well. It does fit. That being said, I'm actually going to switch a couple images around. I'm going to put Hulk Hogan up in C tier, and I'm going to bring the Rey back down to D tier. Whoever submitted the Rey, you're having a rough ride here. You've moved a few times, but I think it's that. Rey, if I could do a C.5 tier and put it in between, I think that's where I put Rey at. Next up, we have the third Drew McIntyre of the fashion show, which, again, we love Drew McIntyre. This image looks really good. It blends to the background. It still stands out. It really brings his face out, and I really like the combo. Personally, I think it's right up there. I'm gonna score it quite well, I think. I'm gonna have to score it quite well. I think I'm happy with C tier. but I'm not. It's going to B tier. It's better than C. It's good. I like it. Big props for that one. I like it. You've made a good choice with some base tier combinations. In fact, everybody who submitted some of these cards that have made it into the final bit here, you've made some fantastic combos, especially with the Ronin base tier cards. They look really good. Next up, we have another Liv Morgan card, and I think it looks pretty good. I love the Liv Morgan special edition card. If you see my video on that one, again, sorry for silver starring her, but it is what it is. We've fixed it since then. She's now at F2. You don't have to be mad at me anymore. But this Liv looks pretty good. I like the combination to it. It's got a Road to Mania render on it yet again, and it does look clean. I don't use that image on it myself. The image gets used quite a lot, especially on that card. This combination I've seen quite a few times, but it is a good combination. That's why you do see it a lot. Now, it does look good. I'm going to put it in B tier. It's a good combination. There's not much else I can say to it. I like the combo. It's clean. It's clean. It's a GG on that one. Next up, we have Dolph Ziggler. Again, another SummerSlam 18 image on it. And we've already discussed this. These combinations are good. SummerSlam 18 cards, the Halloweens, they really work with Ronin tier. Honestly, really high points. That being said, it doesn't have quite a clean cut as what Randy Orton does. The image is nice. Maybe it's a preference for Randy Orton over Dolph Ziggler, but I like both superstars a lot, so hey. But I think if we look at them both, if you look at them side by side, go back through the video, check it out, you know, I think Randy's one is a little bit cleaner in terms of the cutout around him. There's not as much like outside color glow as what Dolph has. It's a really nice combo. I'm gonna put it in B tier. We got a lot of B tier cards up in here. I hope I have enough space. Next up, we have a Clash of Champions card. It is another Edge. I've seen a few of these being submitted, but this was by far the best of the combinations that were submitted. Like the Finn Balor's we mentioned, there's some really clean combinations on it, and I think this one is possibly the best combination you could do with Edge. It really suits. It's got the bright colors. He's very vibrant in it as opposed to the background. It looks really good. Congrats again for whoever submitted this on getting a good rank in COC. That being said, I think it's going to have to rank pretty highly. It's a nice looking card. I'm going to go with my gut on this one. I'm going to put it up in A tier. I think it looks really good. I think it's a really good combination. It blends, it suits, it pops. It does what it does. High tier rank. And just like that, we are down to the final 5 images. So next up, we come in with Bam Bigelow with a Ronin tier card. And it looks pretty good. To be fair, it's an old school image. I want to say Season 1, Season 2 sort of time period. I think it was one of the throwback cards, maybe. I think I've had this image. I think it's like an epic tier. I'm not sure what the original is. But it's a nice card. I like the combination to it. It works. It fits on the background. It looks good. It's clean. But is it as standout and popping as some of the other cards? No, it is not. It is a very nice combination. If I had that card, I'd probably use that same combination. That being said, though, it is not as nice as some of the other ones we've had submitted. So we are going to rank it down in D tier. But that's just me. Next up, we have a Charlotte Flair using the Maelstrom image. Now, this is a very common image. Maelstrom images come around a lot. Probably everybody playing the game who is Maelstrom tier or higher has this image of Charlotte Flair. And I remember at the time, everybody wanted it. It looked phenomenal. And it's true. The image does look phenomenal. It is really good. And to be honest with you, the purple, the green combination, it works. I like it. I personally like it a lot. I think it suits quite well. So with that being said, I'm actually going to pop it pretty high. I want to place it up towards B tier. I think the vibrant colors at the front look really good. And hey, it's one of those cards that just works. And I really think it does. But that being said, while we are up here, I do want to do a little bit of a shuffle now that we're down to the final 3. I feel like the Hulk Hogan needs to come down 1. The Drew needs to come down a little bit. I'm going to move the Ricochet down to a B tier from the start. It looks really good, but there's some other really cool combinations that came along. I think the other Liv Morgan comes down to B tier as well, which makes the grid a little bit bigger. We can't see the D tier at the moment, but that's fine. We're about to move something else out of it, trust me. Also being said, I'm going to move the Alexa Bliss card back up into A tier. The combo looks good. I've gone back to look at it again. I still think it looks really good. I really like the combination a lot, but I think it's going to have to move down from B tier down to C tier. The Liv Morgan. It's good. It's really good. I just can't quite warrant it being up there with some of the other blends. Again, we're still going to change this at the end here. We're going to do a little last-minute shuffle, but this is the most we've ever shuffled them, honestly. Right, next up, we have AJ Styles with, again, a SummerSlam 18 image on it, which looks really good. It looks really good. I personally really like it. You got the 3-face combo to it. You got the AJ Styles blending into the background. It looks really clean. Honestly, it's not my favorite image of AJ in the world, but the background to it, I think, looks really good. And it's not something you see very often, or pretty much ever at all. That being said, though, it blends in. You got the ghostly vibe of the other AJs in the background. I'm ranking it up in A tier. It's a fantastic combo. Really, really good. And right now we have 2 images left, so if you have enjoyed the video and you watched all this way through, make sure you do leave a like to help support the channel. Let me know in the comment down below which of these you do agree with so far and don't agree with, and of course subscribe to the channel. That being said, we have 2 images left. Let's get into it. Right, second to last, we have a Liv Morgan. Another one, it's very similar to the one we've just used before, but you'll see why I maybe moved this one down to C tier at this point, because this Liv Morgan with the Rumble 22, she's got a red outfit on for a red background. It fits the card a little bit better than what the previous one did. It's still a really good combo. So in terms of preference, I go for the red outfit in terms of the red background to blend it, as opposed to the green to red. So that being said, it matches. It's going in B tier. It's a good combo. We love to see it. And now the time has come. We have 1 card left. So last up, we have an Undertaker remaster card. It looks really good. I don't have a clue where this image is from. I don't think I've ever seen the rendered card that this comes from. I'm not sure. I might have, but if I have, I don't recognize it. The Undertaker card looks really good. You got the lava, the fire background, the bright colors to obviously Undertaker in the front, but the Undertaker choice has a yellow glow to it, which just further emphasizes that it should be a part of the image. I know it's not the original, and it does look really good, and I think everybody can agree that this card looks really good. It's a really, really nice combo. I think it's one of the best combos I've ever seen for an Undertaker card in any tier at any point, and that's a big thing for me to say because I love my old Undertaker. That being said, I want to put it up in A tier for now, so that we can choose a winner. Again, at this point, I want to say huge congrats to everyone who has submitted a card, whether it was in the final set here or whether it was in the runner-up parts. That being said, though, we need to pick some finals. We're not doing this in any particular order, but the Randy Orton, it's a great combo. It just doesn't pop the same way the other ones do, but I would say that and the AJ are the best image choices for a base tier Ronin card that were submitted. Huge congrats to those. Alexa Bliss card is a very common card. Same with the Edge. I see that combination a few times, especially the Alexa one at the moment. As fantastic as it looks, I can't say it's better than some of the other ones. I think the Kevin Owens, the Undertaker, the support card just have that little some extra. Everything being said, I've just taken a few minutes to go through some of the final images there, and I'm having a really difficult time deciding a winner. It's actually pretty hard, but this might be where it comes into inviting other content creators to collaborate on this idea because they might help me make that decision. After like a 5-minute break, I think we have to say that it is like a 3-way tie, which means the first place will get the winner prize of 2,600 credits. I'm going to do 2 runners-up. The cards are the Undertaker Remaster, we have the Kevin Owens with the Hell in a Cell, and we also have the Finn Balor with the hands out image on it. I think they look so good. All 3 of the cards, I think, are some of the best combinations, and I think we can all agree that, you know, it is what it is. That being said, though, I think we have to still pick a winner. In no particular order, in 2nd and 3rd place, the runner-up cards are the Finn Balor with the hands out and the Undertaker Remaster. The winner for 2,600 credits is the Kevin Owens, from the background combination to it. In my opinion, the story of the beast that escapes from the burning cage just really suits. I think it may not be the best combination, but all 3 of these were phenomenal because of that extra bit of the story that you can sort of put together in it. The fact that it does look like a beast escaping. I think it's designed to something else. If that was, you know, I don't even know what to say, but that's, to me, this is the one. So in 2nd and 3rd place, again, massive congratulations to those that put the Undertaker render and the Finn Balor. The card combinations are so clean. Again, huge congratulations to you guys. Your usernames will be up there. You will both receive 600 credits. And a massive congratulations to the 2nd ever winner of the WWE SuperCard Fashion Show, Just Into Wrestling. I'll contact you all for your player IDs, and I will send you over your credits after the video goes live. For all of this, thank you guys for making a very tough video for me to do. I think it's one of the harder ones because it's such a tough decision to make. But if you have enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more WWE SuperCard content, along with other games, including Fall Guys, Fortnite, horror, everything coming to the channel. It's going to be a great time. That being said, if you are interested in watching SuperCard live, head on over to twitch.tv/danmakesgames and join the Discord down below if you want a chance to be entered into one of these SuperCard fashion shows again in the future. And like I said, if you have enjoyed it, make sure you do follow all those socials so you know when the next one comes out. It'll be towards the end of the next tier in WWE SuperCard. And on that note, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.